Sweet. Welcoming to the podcast. This is our fourth guest of the season in his 20th?
Yeah, let's say 20th year.
20th year working at the Macaulay school. He has worked in the dining hall, making some of the best pizza I've ever had.
Woohoo!
Many students and faculty think of him as someone who is consistently kind and encouraging, no matter what time of day. And I can testify, I'll get up early and Tommie's still got the energy, and I come back later, he's still got it. It's a great boost to my day, and I'm sure it is to other students. He is best known for giving fist bumps to those who visit him. I've experienced many a fist bump from Tommie. They're special. He gives a special fist bump. Please, let's welcome to the podcast, Tommie Lewis.
Yay! I am here, baby.
Welcome,
Welcome, Tommie.
Yes, thanks for having me.
We're excited. We're excited.
We've been planning this one for so long. You've been on our list for over a year and a half or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And my intuition told me, it says, somebody's going to talk to you about something soon. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. So I just discovered it's you guys. I was plotting and planning, y'all.
That's right.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. So I guess to start us off, we'll start with our usual game, Quickfire. Tommie, we're going to ask you a series of questions. Really easy questions, simple questions. And you just have to answer the first thing that comes to your mind.
Cool.
So if you don't respond quick enough, then we're just going to skip the question and keep going.
Yeah, I'll start us off.
Perfect.
All right, this one is very, very important. What's your favorite type of pizza?
Oh, my God. Meat lovers.
Good answer.
That's a very solid answer.
Mm-hmm.
It is solid.
Is pineapple on pizza okay?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Come on.
Don't agree with that. Favorite music artist?
Oh, my goodness. How many you want me to name?
Just
I don't
one.
have a favorite.
3.
Top 3 right now.
Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see, Mary J. Blige. I like females and males as far as music wise.
Yep.
I would also have to say it would be probably Drake.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a stacked list. Next one, favorite college football team. I know the answer, but for those of you who might not have met Tommie yet, it would be the...
Let me ask Tom. Alabama Crimson Roll Tide.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
All right, last one. If you could add one item to the dining hall lunch, what would it be?
One item.
Quickly, Tommie, come on. Quick fire.
Tommie, the connoisseur of food,
I know,
thinks
right?
deeply.
Man, I'm stuck.
We'll skip it.
We can skip.
It's the last one. We can move on.
Let's move on.
All right, we'll move on.
We'll get back to it later.
I was looking forward to that question, but another day. All right, well, I guess let's dive right in. First things first, Tommie, we asked this to most of the people on the show, but could you give us a brief description about your background, kind of where you're from, what life was like before Macaulay, and what brought you to Macaulay?
I am originally from the historic town of Selma, Alabama. That is adjacent to Montgomery. That's where Dr. Martin Luther King and his peers, they marched from Selma to Montgomery during the civil rights movement. I'm just a down-to-earth, type of guy who just has a rope burst of energy, and that's majority of the times, and reason being because that's just who I am. And I like to see people smile, and so much so until it turns into laughter. And I like to draw sometimes. I've been doing this little side hustle thing, working with my T-shirt tags and flags and etc.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a daughter, 2 grandkids.
Oh, congratulations. 2 grandkids.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's gotta
That
be
is
like
awesome.
the best looking grandpa I've ever seen. I swear when we started, I thought you were like 30 years old.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Fair enough.
How did you start working at Macaulay?
Well, I don't know, do any of you guys in here, or can you recall the name Martha Hicks? Does that name ring a bell?
No, sir.
Might be before our time.
It was. So anyway, there was this older lady, her and my mom, really, really good close friends. They, my mom is still in Alabama, but the one that I'm talking about right now, she's originally from Alabama, and she moved here a long, long time ago, and she started working here. And I've traveled here probably about several times, and I decided that I wanted to give it a chance and see what it feels like. And she talked to some people and got me on out here, and I've been here pretty much since, So I have to say, the way I got here was due somebody else working here. They had been here for quite a long, long time,
Sweet. I mean,
Definitely didn't make as good pizza as you do. That's for sure.
I was about to say.
Let's be honest.
Actually, I'm kind of curious to know. Before you came here, was there anyone who was a specialist in pizza the way you are? Like, did you learn from anybody, or have you just created some of the best pizza in the Southeast?
If I can answer that, it would be simplified by saying this right here. I'm a type of person that I would call a creative mind. By me being an artist somewhat, I can pretty much kind of like put things together, and it's like beautifying the surroundings. You can kind of just by put this and that together to really, really make it taste good or look good. So I guess me being a creative mind, I just go in and just sometimes we'll mostly follow the menu, but I do my own little extra to it to jazz it up and everything like that,
Yeah. So I guess, so we've asked a couple of students and faculty to kind of, we asked them a little bit about you, and they frequently would describe you as someone who is consistently kind, uplifting, and lighthearted. Why do you bring all of this enthusiasm to your job every day? I mean, I have never seen you when there's not a smile on your face and you are ready to lift someone up.
Well, I think for the most part, I have to think about things that are going on in the world. We need to smile more. We need to form alliance where we can talk to each other on a level where it's not stress-based, and just do that right there. And somewhere along the lines, it will cause a great deal of people just coming together, harmonizing.
Yes, sir.
And so with that being said, like I say, when I look around, and that just probably for the most part, part of my nature, my personality, and I can't contain it. It's just like love is so much inside of me. I can't dare contain it. So I have to, let it go, man. I just have to let it go. And somebody needs it. And it makes me feel really good to know that I can touch the life of somebody, if it's just a kind word or any little small, gesture. I like to render good deeds as often as possible,
Yes, sir.
Because I learned that what you give out, you get it back. And I always try to stay on the good side of karma.
Yeah.
It's a good policy to have.
That is a good policy to have. So I guess another question, similar, it's kind of similar along the same lines. You know a ton of kids' names. I mean, a ton.
Oh my God.
An obscene
a ton
amount.
of
Oh my
boys'
God.
names. I mean, the amount of times that I've walked in the dining hall and seen Tommie fist bump, name, how you doing, have a great day. It's absurd. It's absurd. And I'm super impressed by it. We want to know, how do you know all these names, and how do you keep them organized? I would be mixing them up. All the time.
Well, for me, I think methodically, it's a matter of, first of all, you have to build a relationship. Oh, my bad. I think with building that relationship, and oftentimes when you get a chance to see each other on a regular basis, you form a friendship. And by you getting their name, and you could feel the personality, and somehow they have a tendency to stick to the surface. And I guess I'm the type of guy that once I meet you and become friends with you, that's something that would last a lifetime, And the names, I struggle with them from time to time. And let me share this story with you. A lot of times people say, go ask Tommie, how do you know all these names? I said, well, friendship-wise, man, I'm just an open book.
Yes, sir.
And being that open book that I am, I just tried to, when I say lure men, it's in the mildest of terms, you know what I'm saying? I lure men by, introducing myself to them, in likeness, they do the same for me. And somewhere along the way, I guess, there has to be a likeness that is between the both of us, or whomever it may be. And from there, like I say, on a day-to-day thing, man, it just gradually builds.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
And then kind of to step away from Macaulay, you mentioned some side hustles with the artistic side of yourself. What are your like hobbies and interests outside of work?
Well, like I said before, I like to let me say it like this. Once upon a time, I liked to draw. I don't really draw as much now because things are so advanced now until you can just go on the computer or whatever app you may have and just explore it and dig into it, man, and get to learn what it's about. And you can kind of like formulate whatever you got going on and make it go forth, you know.
Yes, sir.
And as far as the side hustle, I decided, actually this happened probably about maybe a year ago. I just invested and time into it and dedicated myself because I wanted to learn.
Yes, sir.
And for my learning, I realized that only enhanced my gift that the Lord gave me, and that is art. And so I find myself, even though I work 5 days a week, I always find the time to do something that makes me feel whole in a sense of, I think it's more or less a calling or a purpose of mine.
Yes, sir.
So I try to stay on that path to fine tune it, you know, to nurture it so in that way I can see it grow. You know?
And word is coming in from the booth, and you might not like this. We have heard that you sing a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. That's the response I was looking for. Wow.
Yeah.
You wanna sing a little tune? Sing a little tune? You got anything on the top of your head? We didn't prepare for this. He didn't know this was coming.
Nah,
So
totally blindsided.
Check it out.
Oh,
Real love. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to set my mind free. Oh. And there you have it.
wow.
Fantastic.
That is something else.
I was not expecting that.
There we go. Adjust it just a little bit.
You can move these?
Expect it.
I was about to say, I did it.
I can't. Okay.
I like it when they're not moved too much.
There we go.
Well, I guess that kind of wraps it up for this part, but we're not done yet. We're going to move into our closing segment. This is a new one. It's called News from the Shallot. David, do you want to explain what the shallot is?
Yeah, it's a relatively new thing that's been started up by our very own Jackson Cook. He's the editor-in-chief. The Shallot is Macaulay's satirical news source that aims to humorously depict everyday Macaulay life, and these headlines are from Jackson Cook and Grayson Smith. Cool. A brief intro. After 6 consecutive years of winning, Macaulay to allow Baylor to play with 12 men on the field for all future Baylor-Macaulay football games.
Oh, man. Wow, it looks so much better in color, says Macaulay alumni on Grandparents' Day.
I should not be laughing as much. Okay. All of it, replies E.J. Smith when asked what part of the O-line he plays.
And then the last one, Senate member's speech about plagiarism sounds oddly familiar.
Oh,
To be investigated further.
Yeah.
And on that note, we would like to give Tommie a huge thank you for coming on. It's been a ton of fun.
My pleasure.
We've loved it. And on behalf of Macaulay, I just want to thank you for everything you do, especially for the energy you bring every day.
My pleasure, baby. It'll always be a continuation. It won't stop.
The place wouldn't be the same without you.
Wow, that says a lot. Thank you.
So I guess that concludes it for our opening segment. Again, a big thank you to you, Tommie, for coming on the podcast.
Yes.
Macaulay, as David put so eloquently, Macaulay would not be the same without you.
I like that right there.
We're very grateful for your positive attitude and everything you do
baby.
for the guys here.
Yes, it's my pleasure. And I thank you guys for inviting me. I really do.
Absolutely.
It really means a lot to me, man.
Yes,
you know?
sir.
And I guess, and if I could say this really quick, oftentimes I don't look for anything such as attention. I do believe that me being the genuine Tommie that I was born to be, that's just evidence that attention is all around me, you know, and it's just a part of who I am, and it leads me to just connect with people in a positive light, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And I think by me, you know, connecting with people, it resonates throughout, you know, wherever we may be, whether it's on this campus or what have you.
Right.
Well, a big thank you to you. And a big thank you to the listeners for tuning in. This has been a super fun episode, and it means a lot to have someone like Tommie come on.
Yeah.